누나, 나 말고 다른 강아지는 관심 없다 했잖아요.
What if I told you that one of the strongest forces behind Enhypen's global rise isn't just their music, it's their fans. And not just any fans, because something about Enhypen's fanbase feels different. They're incredibly organized, they're insanely dedicated, and somehow they keep pushing Enhypen higher and higher on the global stage. So the big question is, what actually makes Enhypen's fanbase so different from everyone else? Today, we're going to break it all down. And trust me, once you see it, you can't unsee it. To understand why Enhypen's fanbase stands out today, we have to go back to the very beginning. Back to a survival show called Island. Unlike many other groups that debuted through traditional training systems, Enhypen's story started with fans watching every single step of their journey. Every challenge, every performance, every elimination. Fans didn't just discover the group after debut. They watched the members grow. They watched them struggle. They watched them fight for their dreams. And that experience created something powerful. Instead of simply supporting a finished group, fans felt like they were part of the journey, almost like they helped build Enhypen from the ground up. And when fans feel that kind of connection, the loyalty becomes something much deeper. Enhypen's fandom, known as ENGENE, quickly proved that they weren't just passionate, they were global. Within just a short time after debut, Enhypen started appearing on international charts, trending on social media, and selling out concerts in multiple countries. And the most interesting part? A huge portion of their fan base comes from outside Korea. Fans from the United States, Europe, Southeast Asia, and Latin America have become a massive part of Enhypen's support system. This global presence creates something unique, because when fans are spread all across the world, they don't just support the group locally. They amplify everything. A music video release becomes a global streaming event. A comeback becomes a worldwide trend. And every new milestone feels like a shared victory across different time zones. Another thing that makes Enhypen's fanbase stand out is how quickly they mobilize. If you've ever watched what happens during an Enhypen comeback, you'll notice something interesting. Streaming projects start immediately. Fan guides appear within hours. Voting campaigns begin almost instantly. And fans across different platforms start coordinating their efforts. This level of organization doesn't happen by accident. It comes from a community that communicates constantly, from group chats to fan pages to social media spaces where fans share updates and strategies. It's almost like a digital network built entirely around supporting the group. And when that network activates, the results can be huge. But numbers and organization only tell part of the story. Because what truly makes Enhypen's fanbase different is the emotional connection. If you watch Enhypen's content, interviews, or live streams, you'll notice something. The members often speak very openly with their fans. They share their thoughts, their struggles, their gratitude, and fans respond to that honesty. Instead of feeling like distant supporters, many fans feel like they're growing alongside the members, almost like watching close friends chase their dreams. And that emotional bond creates something powerful. Because when fans feel genuinely connected, they don't just support casually, they support with their whole heart. What's also fascinating about Enhypen's fandom is that their impact sometimes happens quietly. You might not always see the loudest headlines, but suddenly a tour sells out, an album breaks records, or a music video racks up millions of views, and people start asking the same question. Wait, when did Enhypen get this big? The answer? Their fans never stopped pushing, even when the spotlight wasn't always on them, even when the industry was focused on bigger names. ENGENE kept streaming, kept sharing, kept supporting, and little by little, that quiet support started turning into massive momentum. So what does this mean for Enhypen moving forward? If the current trend continues, their fanbase could become one of the most influential forces in the global K-pop scene. Because when you combine talent, global reach, and an extremely dedicated fandom, you create something powerful, and the story of Enhypen might still be in its early chapters. Which means the real question isn't just about where they are today, it's about where they're going next. But now I want to hear from you. Do you think Enhypen's fanbase really is different from other fandoms? Or do you think every fandom has its own unique strengths? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I read them all. And if you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into K-pop stories like this, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with other Enhypen fans. Because we've got a lot more stories coming about the artists shaping the global music scene. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.